Well, today I'm going to be taking a walk along the Dry Creek East Greenbelt Parkway in Roseville, California. I'm starting out right near Eastwood Park, which is actually right over here to my right. Let's go check it out. This is just getting ready to open up soon. They're still working on it. I think the construction crew has left for the day, but looks like it's going to be really nice. So let's go check it out. This trail is actually going along Kirby Creek section. Despite the name of this bike path and walking way, it's actually along Kirby Creek. So, and again over to the right is Eastwood Park here in Roseville. And just to my left here, just behind those plants is Kirby Creek. So let's just follow along on this and see how it looks. And here right in front of me are some more brand new benches, just been put in the last few days, still wrapped up with the packaging that they came in. And now right in front of me is Eastwood Park, the ballpark part of it, as you can see right there. This walkway here, right over here, is new as well, coming from the park. And all this right here is brand new within the last month or so. It's April 30th, 2026. And the first section of this new Greenbelt Parkway, which is actually called Phase 1, there's going to be 3 phases altogether, is scheduled for its ribbon cutting and grand opening coming up on Saturday. I think it's May 6th, which I think is this next week from this Saturday. So I don't know, maybe it's May 9th. But anyway, it's kind of exciting. I've come over here a few other times, and this part was not even, really hardly even being worked on. There was a little bit of grading with the first section, which still hasn't opened up fully, coming from Darling Way in Roseville. That section to here at Eastwood Park has been pretty much done for 6-7 months, but because of flooding and stuff, they haven't opened it up. And I have gone on it a couple times. They'd opened it for a day or two and then shut it down, but it really hasn't been opened at all officially yet. And they're still having some issues over there right now. But this part wasn't even anything, really. So now I knew it was back here because I had just come back here when it was just meadow and wilderness, and walked along the creek. You can see a lot of my pictures on Google Maps if you know how to see pictures on Google Maps by looking on the pictures at the bottom of the screen on a computer. And then you can see a whole bunch of my photos all along this creek, but I'm more down in the creek for a lot of them, following the creek itself. But anyway, so I really haven't been back here for a long time because it really wasn't open when they were doing the construction. And I'm really excited today to see how this all came out. Really nice just listening to the birds. now we are curving toward to the right, or kind of east, I believe it is here, along Linda Creek. This area used to have a lot of problems with flooding, so there is actually further up here in an area of the trail that's already been developed for many years. There's actually a flood wall to keep the water from coming out into the neighborhoods. There's pictures from maybe 20 years ago now or so. I don't know, I lived here when it happened, and I've been here since '93. Of people in rowboats going down the streets up here, another maybe mile ahead. Way up there, they actually had, like I said, put in that flood wall, and when they did that, they also added a bike / walking trail in that area all those years ago. They just extended that one all the way to Rocky Ridge as well recently, but it does not make it through yet. Eventually the design is for that trail to come this direction towards where I am and connect up with the road or the trail that I'm on now, but that hasn't happened yet because there's a section that does have some flood wall near the old spaghetti factory that they haven't finished up yet. So it's not contiguous yet, but I'm kind of glad to see it. Looks like it's going to make it here all the way to Sunrise Avenue. So basically, it looks like it's completed from Kirby Way all the way over here to Sunrise. I do see some construction worker coming on as some sort of machine coming at me right now. So we'll try to see what that is. So maybe they're even starting a little bit on the other part. So underneath that bridge at Sunrise, that next section is not completed yet. At least the last I checked, they hadn't even hardly started working on it. But now I'm curious to see how much of that's been done in the last month or so. Because wow, this is looking way more advanced than even just a little short time ago. So it looks like they're using a street sweeper on it to try to clean it up. So there may be more of this trail done than I thought. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to go down here and buy the street sweeper guy if I can and see what happens. I don't know if they'll let me through or not. Let's go check it out. Opposite the creek is the old spaghetti factory, and then this part of Linda Creek was a part that was really known for a lot of flooding issues that I was talking about earlier. People were on that busy street with their boats back in the day because of the flooding. Pretty crazy stuff there. And this section here is a section that I was saying a few minutes ago wasn't completed yet, so that it wasn't contiguous all the way through to the older section. Well, that's not looking like it's the case after all. I'm seeing it just going and going and going. There's even a bridge up here. Looks like it's going to be passable. Let's go check this out. It's going to be a little longer video than I thought. Wow, they did this really fast. I mean, it's probably been about 4 months, maybe around the first of the year since I looked over here. Maybe December of last year, and there was pretty much nothing then. And now look at it. Wow, this is incredible. Well, it looks like this is as far as I can go right now, so it must not be ready yet past here, but this is still exciting. At this point, where it crosses over the creek is where there was already a dirt road. It's pretty well planed out, looking pretty good already, so it's probably a little less work to get that part done. I imagine that's what they'll be working on next. Probably already are to some extent. But wow, I wasn't expecting to be able to go this far. This is pretty exciting. All right, well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this review of this just open trail, not even officially open trail, here in Roseville. Well, guys, I was able to get to the other side of the bridge without crossing over it because it is closed. But I was just over there on the other side of the bridge a little bit ago, and then I was able to drive around to the far end of this trail on Oak Ridge Way here in Roseville. That's the other end of this new section, and then walk up to the bridge from this side. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the rest of the trail here, and the rest of the new part here, to where it goes into the part that's been around quite some time. The part that I was talking about that was where they had built a lot of the flood wall, the older part. So we're going to walk all the way until we get to the older part that has the flood wall. So it's not very far though. It's only a couple minute walk. Here we go. So the part we're on right now is actually a flood wall as well, more of a flood dike. It's the flood wall itself is made out of cement. That's why I call it a flood wall. And this is just more of a, like I say, a flood levee or that type of thing. But you can definitely see the creek way down there in the bottom. Since it's not flooding right now, it's way down there. And then over on this side we have a retirement assisted living building, really nice one. And then, as I said a minute ago, we got the creek over on this side here. So pleasant little walk along here. All right, you can see the assisted living area a little bit better now. Over the other side of me here. And then of course, the creek continues over on this side. Hopefully they'll be taking down this orange temporary fence soon. It always looks a little ugly when they're building, when they have that there. So, and then we've got over here the new benches. And it looks like there's also going to be some exercise equipment or something here. It's always nice when they do that. So that'll be cool. And that's ready. Well, now we're coming up on Oak Ridge here. And once we cross this street here, we will be on the old section with the flood wall. And you can see the flood wall right here, to the side of me, kind of up on top of it along this section. And then this continues along for a little ways, quite a little ways actually. So yeah, there we go. We'll take a look over the side of it here. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. So let's turn around and go back to Oak Ridge. That's where my car is parked, is right out of there. And once again, thank you for joining me. And maybe we'll do this again some other time.